I do have 5 switching cards off the Marnie. Oh, actually, yeah, the Mog now shuffles my deck, which means I will not be top decking Marnie. This video is sponsored by the Pokemon TCG deck building website PokemonCard.io. Are you looking for sealed product and singles? You can find it all on Channel Fireball. Please use my Tailmon affiliate code when checking out to help support my content. Looking for PTGO codes? Potown Store has all the latest sets and promos, instantly delivered to your email. You can use Tailmon code when checking out for 5% off. If you're from Europe, Millipots Gaming has a wide array of sealed products, singles, and more. You can use Tailmon code when checking out for 5% off. Card Market is Europe's largest online marketplace for Pokemon cards. Whether you're looking for sealed product or singles, vintage or the latest sets, just follow the link in the description to find what you need. Want to show off your love for Tablemon? Check out my 2021 merch. These new hoodies and shirts are available on Amazon. Click on the link in the description to get you. Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new video here at Tablemon. Thanks so much for tuning in. We are heading into chilling rain, but in the meantime, I wanted to play with this beautiful shiny Dragapult VMAX. We have the max phantom attack doing 130 damage and putting 5 damage counters on your opponent's finished Pokemon in any way you like. And we also have the shred attack doing 60 damage, and this attack's damage isn't affected by any effects on your opponent's active Pokemon. Now I do really like this card. We can also utilize Gengar and Mimikyu GX for the Whorehouse GX attack and the Poltergeist attack to buy yourselves a turn, get some extra damage going. Especially the Whorehouse can cause some really nice and weird situations for your opponent, which might cause some headaches. And then we have the Jirachi engine relying on Giratina's Dimension Breach to remove special energies that we can reutilize with the Scoop Up Net. We also have Jirachi's Stellar Wish so that we can get set up and find what we need. And we also have the Galarian Zigzagoon with the Headbutt Tantrum attack, ability, so that we can get some extra damage counters going. And finally the Mewtwo with the Mind Report ability, which allows us to reutilize a supporter if we need to. We do have 4 Research, 4 Marnie, 3 Boss, and 2 Mallow and Lana to make sure that we can heal any hits that our Dragapult VMAX does end up taking. We have the Dene and Crobat for support, and then we have Quick Ball and Pokecom along with the energy spinners to help search for Pokemon and energy. So let's jump into the ladder and see what we can do with Dragapult VMAX. Now we do play Power Plants precisely to shut off the ability of Jirachi GX and just get easy KOs on things like Mewtwo, and Mew GX along with Urshifu. We won't be one-killing them, but we'll do a lot of damage, right, to Psychic Weak stuff, so that's pretty important. Alright, so I did choose to go first just because you have the possibility to go attach, pass, and then turn to start pressuring with the Dragapult VMAX. That's the idea behind this deck. We did end up mulliganing twice, and now seeing the Jirachi up front makes me think of fire decks. So that's why I'm attaching to the bench Dragapult V. Yeah, it's a luxury that I get to attach to the bench, but my opponent could have easily been playing a Welder deck, and I could have been punished heavily for that. Now, seeing Jirachi and Minccino though makes me think, and with the sleeves and deck box, makes me think of Rapid Strike Urshifu with Cinccino in the back. The Capture Energy pretty much confirms that, although it could still be a mill deck or a stall deck, but there's a Rapid Strike Urshifu would be perfect. Oh, I'm actually up against Sackless Sash. I hadn't realized I was actually up against Sackless Sash, alright. Fully blinked out Pokemon, right? Not trainers, but Pokemon. Pre-release Jirachi, Shiny Mincinos, Alternate Arts, Urshifu. Alright. Alrighty, so I was being very cautious, but now all I need is 1 energy and I'll be pretty okay right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and utilize the research after I switch, because don't mind attacking his hand at the moment. All I want is to secure the energy, right? That is what I really want. Alright, so think about weakness. 260, 5 damage counters, that's 210. If I place all the damage on the Rapid Strike Urshifu, all I would need would be 1. Yeah, and he could have Scoop Up Net, so I'm just gonna place all the damage on the Rapid Strike Urshifu B. With 6 Second and 1 Scoop Up Net, after I attack the guy, as long as there's weakness available, I would be able to get the knockout, so... Alright, there's a Rapid Strike Urshifu VMAX. There's the Senchino. I feel like we have a decent advantage right here. I mean, mainly because of weakness, but also pressure immediately is really, really good. And that's why I chose to go first. I guess I have blingy Pokemon in this deck too. Alright. There's the attachment, there's the another quick ball. Choosing to discard the Bird Keeper is an interesting choice for sure. And we get Marnie. Alright. Can we recover off of the Marnie? That is a question. Alright, we got a Marnie ourselves. We have the quick ball for the Zigzagoon. So we actually have knockout on the Rapid Strike Urshifu if he doesn't end up benching the Jirachi GX, which he quick balled for Urshifu rather than Jirachi GX. So I imagine he doesn't have access to it, it might be prized, or maybe he doesn't even play it, right? That's also an option. Maybe he actually doesn't even play the card. Right. Phoebe goes away, not the biggest of deals. There's six again. Not the biggest of deals either, so it is utilized for Pokecom. Will that finally get the Jirachi GX? No. He's really digging. But I don't know what he's digging for. A switch, I imagine. Switch, Air Balloon, or Scoop Up Net. Any of those work at the moment. Like, I actually want him to find it, the card, right? I actually want him to find the card. So that he can attack, right? So I can, like, just get the KO with 6 again. But yeah. Even if he attacked me for 130, right? Because I do have fighting resistance, I believe, right? 120 actually, it's back to minus 30. I do have fighting resistance, right? Yeah, I do. Then I would have KO'd him, right? So it would have been really hard for him to come back. 4 price deficits, another Dragapult VMAX getting powered up, and he didn't have anything super threatening on the board either. Alright. Alright. Not the best start. Not the best start, that's for sure. I wish this was a Dragapult instead of a Crobat. Alright, and we're probably up against ADP, so that's also not good that I started the Crobat. Probably really bad that I started the Crobat, in fact. Alright. Depending on what my opponent does, my play... I was gonna say, it might honestly be to go for Gengar here. And Horror House. My opponent commits. Wow. Commits to the ADP. Yeah, I think it's gonna be Gengar. gets the big charm, which is a little annoying. Jeez. What the heck? What a turn 1 for my opponent. Blind strategic turn 1 wall. I will never understand that. I already started Crobat. Like, what Pokemon could I possibly be holding in my hand? And this shows how players do this like very systematically. They just go, oh, turn 1 mobile, maybe I'll cause my opponent death row. Like, look at my hand. Look at my start. I started the Crobat. That means, like, what the heck? The chance of me having a Pokemon for you to hit are lower, right? And also, like, I don't know. It's so silly. Okay, so let me think about what I want to do here. I think I have to go for Gengar. Yeah, I'm gonna go for the Gengar. That was... I really don't understand why players do that. Right, I'm gonna pass. Like, I already started Crobat. In what universe am I holding something else? The chances of me holding something else are lower, right? Because I already started with one of my support Pokemon. And then on top of that, like, I don't know. I will never, ever understand the logic behind that. I will never understand it. Truly. And like, what's frustrating is that my hand is so bad that I can't punish those sort of plays. That's what's frustrating, you know? That is what's frustrating. My hand is so bad that I can't even punish those sort of plays because I just get such an underwhelming start. Versus the perfect start. Alright, my opponent just goes for the Intrepid Sword. Which I'm going to assume means he doesn't have... not Debbie, no. I'm not research. Wow, no switch, no energy. It just keeps getting better and better, dude. This just keeps getting better and better by the second. Alright. I have the other Crobat at least. So I'll grab you, I guess. Do that, and then I Quick Ball for Jirachi. And I Quick Ball for Giratina. Quick Ball the Giratina for Zigzagoon. Oh, Zigzagoon is not even here. Zigzagoon is not even here, dude. Watch me. Yeah. Watch me be one item off. One trainer. Alright. Can I please get a switch or an energy? Alright, I get both. At least. Just doing this to make sure that I draw the maximum amount of cards possible. And there's the Horror House. My opponent will not draw any card. Hopefully they just Intrepid Sword. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, there we go. Wow. The previous Intrepid Sword felt like was not a great idea, and that definitely meant my opponent had 7 trainer cards, and that meant we were getting a knockout right there. So see, that's strategic. Playing the Gengar Mimikyu, utilizing it at the right time, waiting. My opponent was just clicking other cards. They search for the mobile when I start Crobat. I don't know. The Intrepid Sword when they see the Gengar Mimikyu. staring at them, right? They didn't even slow down to analyze, should I, shouldn't I, what are the risks? They just go for it. So like that's the difference between like really playing to analyze and triple research in hand. I mean, that's once again not very strategic on my part, but not much I can do. But it's just like I feel like the game is definitely like toned down in difficulty to where you can do a blind turn 1 mobile and have your deck still do whatever it does and be completely fine, right? Because games go by so quickly. Games just go by so quickly, whereas if this were like a more strategic metagame with not 3-price Pokemon all over the place, the attacks were not just attach, big damage, like things would be different, right? But what? Okay, I mean, I guess it's an extra card, but it is one less resource that my opponent now has. Alright, so they're not gonna be happy when they see the Dragapult. So it's gonna come down to hammer flips, basically. It's gonna come down to hammer flips. And how many energies I can access. It's basically gonna come down to hammer flips though. Horror energies are also liable to be discarded by the retina. That's not ideal, but there's not much I can actually do about that. Not much I can actually do about that. Alright, we see the station. Yeah, Bruno, interesting addition to the deck. Interesting addition to the deck. We see an Absol, which is fine. The stadium is very annoying. 4-card Bruno, 40-card deck. They find their 1 of stadium. Nice. Okay. I do have my 2 power plants available. So let's go Stellar Wish. Sure, I'll Marnie instead. I'm drawing 2 list cards, but I'm also attacking their hand. I don't expect to find a power plant, right? Like, I personally don't expect to find a power plant off of my 40-card deck. They found that, props to them. I'm still just gonna be committing all the energies to the Dragapult anyways, right? So a third one doesn't really change much. I'll have Marnie to reset the hand again. I also have access to Mewtwo to keep using more than 4 Marnies, which is also good. And I have Malolanas for switching cards, so even getting something stuck in the active is not like likely at all, right? Not likely at all. See the capture energy for the primer. That's annoying, but I have Malolanas, as I mentioned. Well, like 30 damage is not that impactful, right? It's not that impactful. Okay, so I have 3 switches, 3 scoop of nets, and the 2 Malolanas. Stupid stadium though. Okay, I'm gonna grab the Giratina. I'm just gonna research this time instead of Marty. Okay, so I will need to find a scoop up net or a switch off of this Stellar Wish. And if I don't, and that's okay. Alright, I do find the scoop up net. Switch can be utilized for the Dragapult, so I'm gonna grab the scoop up net. And so I will scoop up net the Jirachi. We'll play you down. And I will go for a Max Phantom attack. Get the KO finally, one turn too late. And then everything can't be scoop up netted, which sucks. So I'm just gonna put the damage on the station, honestly. I think that's the best course of action, because that damage can't be healed, and now he can't use Giovanni. Giovanni's XL on it, so I think that's pretty important. Could be pretty impactful too. Alright. My Power Plant is blocking my Dedenne GX. Not the biggest of deals. Basically, the worst case scenario would be seeing another Yell Horn. And or hammers, right? That's the worst case scenario. I feel pretty safe with the 2 Malolanas, honestly. And the fact that Absol doesn't affect my Dragapult VMAX. Okay, they just Intrepid Sword, yeah. Using Marnie here would be fantastic. Using Marnie here would be absolutely fantastic. Alright. You know what? Well, if they go boss on the Mewtwo though, I mean, I still have plenty of options, I guess. I still have Malolana, Scoop Up Nets, and Switches. So I'm gonna establish the Marnie right here. And then I'll go Max Phantom. Just pile the damage right here. Eventually, that station will go down. There's no rush to KO the other stuff. I guess putting damage on Absols would pressure my opponent to, like, they can't scoop up net the Muck. I don't think that's going to be super impactful. Alright. Yeah, we do see the boss. I do have 5 switching cards off the Marnie. Oh, actually, yeah, the Muck now shuffles my deck, which means I will not be top decking Marnie. And what do we lose right here? Nothing. Okay, that's really good. That is definitely really good. Okay, we do see a scoop up net. Yeah, maybe I overdid it with this. I should not have done that. I have 3 switches, 2 scoop up nets, 2 Malolanas as outs. That is not it. Darn. That was not very smart on my part, I guess. Alright, it's okay though, I think. I think we'll be fine. Just need to be patient. Just need to be patient. Okay, that will probably discard 1 or 2 switching cards. 1. Okay, that's okay. Not the end of the world. I actually wish they played a different stadium now so I could let it change. Okay, just Intrepid Sword. No hammers yet though. Alright, nice. Nice. Okay, so we're gonna go Malolana. And we're gonna take 2 prizes this turn. Eliminate the Munch. Eliminate the Munch. So they'll either confuse me or boss again. Crobat is good. Marnie is good. So I have switches and scuba nets. That's the best thing about this. Muck does take a hit, however. We do decide to eliminate an energy, that's fine. I have plenty extras. Plenty extras. Another Munch. So now I can potentially win this turn. They do confuse me, they do go to the game. Okay, so the plan this turn is now to bench Jirachi. Maybe actually bench both Jirachis. draw cards with Crowats, Marnie, and then retreat into a Jirachi and probably win the game that way. I do need 2 Scoop Up Nets though to win next turn. I do need 2 Scoop Up Nets to win next turn. So it's actually not super likely. Do I go for it? I don't think I do. Yeah, I think, you know what? I'm just gonna do this. Running away their hand, I can't just retreat into the Jirachi. I have Scoop Up Nets. There we go. Oh, I actually got both Scoop Up Nets. So I win, right? So now I just win. Because I do this. And then I go Scoop Up Net the 6-1. Do 1 damage here. And then Scoop Up Net the 6-1. Do 1 damage on the Munch. And that is the game. Nice. Slow and steady wins the race. Decent deck for sure. Just dodge alternatives and you have a decent chance against stuff. The Gengar Q definitely really good against stuff like ADP. Less good in a format where your opponent can see your deck list because then they can prepare for it. Or maybe your opponent, just like how they did against me, they see it and then they still don't care and then they just Intrepid Sword anyways, right? That will be all for Dragapult VMAX. Thanks so much for tuning in. Really enjoyed playing this sort of deck where you have to think and plan where you place the damage counters on. And that will be all for me. Thanks so much for tuning in and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.